So this one will be also, see, capital K one is present and one small k, so it will also be a khaki color, because if one of the alleles of capital K and capital K, if one of the alleles of capital K is capital K, then it will be a khaki color. If one K, one L is capital, then it will be chocolate color. So over here, this will also be a chocolate color. This one will be a chocolate color. This one is having two small L. So for the first time, L gene is capital and this is recessive. So what we will be going to get? We will be getting the buff color. So now it will be able to express itself. So this will be a buff color. This will also be a buff color, because the dominant gene K is now in recessive form, and the definition says that they both are non-allelic genes, but only the first gene will only be able to express independently if it is in the dominant state. But over here, see, both the capital K is not in dominant state, neither over here, neither over here. So we are getting the color of the recessive one. That was the buff color of the parent, which we had written small k, small k, small l, small l. So since small k is present and small l is present, so it will be expressing the buff color. Over here it will be a chocolate color. This one will be having a khaki color. This will be again buff color. This one will be a buff color. So what is the ratio from here that we are getting from here? We are getting a ratio of, C, chocolate color, the chocolate trait we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Buff color we are getting over here 1, 2, 3, 4. And khaki color we are getting over here 1, 2, and 3. So khaki color we are getting over here is 3. So the ratio is 9:4:3. So remember that supplementary gene is that gene where both will be a non-allelic one, and over here this gene will be able to express if only it's in dominant state. It will not be looking whether this second gene is in dominant state or whether it's in a recessive trait. Now when both the genes are coming together in the dominant state in a single gene, then we will be getting a different or a new trait, like it is written over here, and the new trait over here was the chocolate color. Now if this gene is in recessive form, then this will be the, and if this one is in capital form, then also we will be getting a new trait, that is the chocolate color. But if both are in recessive form, only then we will be getting the recessive trait, that was the buff color. This is what it is being explained over here. Now we will be going to the next part, that is epistasis. So what is epistasis? Let us see. Epistasis . Now epistasis, the term itself means, let us see, phenomenon of masking or suppressing the expression of a gene by another non-allelic gene. This was the first point. Second point is the gene which suppresses the expression of other non-allelic gene is epistatic gene. The gene or locus which is suppressed by the presence of epistatic gene is known as hypostatic gene. And the last one is both the non-allelic genes may be epistatic to each other. So now listen, suppose there is a gene that is T and there is a gene R. So you will be finding what it says, the phenomenon masking or suppressing. Masking or suppressing means the meaning is same, that it will not be allowing this R gene to express itself. So when such type of genes are present which will not be allowing to express itself, we call it as epistatic. Epi means upon and static means not allowing it to express or suppressing the thing. And this is known as the hypostatic gene, means the gene which is not being able to express due to the influence of the other gene, that is the gene T. Now it can also be like that there are two genes, that is T and R. Now T is suppressing R, not the R gene not to express itself, whereas R is also not allowing the T gene to express itself. It is like two friends in a class. Both are wanting to give answer, but when you raise up your hand, your friend pulls your hand down, and when your friend puts up his hand, then you pull him or you put down his hand by pushing him. So that is the thing which both the non-allelic genes may be epistatic to each other, means that this is suppressing this one and this one is suppressing this one. And based on that, the number one is the dominant epistasis. Now what is dominant epistasis? Dominant gene at one locus suppressed the expression of another gene at different locus, regardless of its allelic condition, that is dominant or recessive one. So let us see what it actually talks about. Dominant epistasis means, it says over here that dominant gene at one locus or one location suppresses the expression of another gene at different locus regardless of its allelic condition. Now I am drawing a homologous gene chromosome. Now over here you will be finding a gene, that is capital A gene is present. Now over here this is a different locus. Now at a different locus there is another gene which may be in dominant form or in recessive form, regardless of its allelic condition. Regardless of its allelic condition means whether it may be dominant or it may be recessive. So what happens, this A gene does not allow this gene which is maybe in dominant or recessive form, it is not allowing it to express itself, but this gene should be dominant, it should not be in a recessive form, then it will not be possible. So based on that, we have done a pedigree chart that is on dog pigmentation. Dog pigmentation, that is, example is the coat color of dog. Coat color of dogs. Now I have taken capital I and capital I and capital B and capital B to be a white pigmentation of a dog, and I have taken capital I, small and small b to be brown. Now when both are crossing in the gamete, that will be formed is a hybrid white color will be formed. A hybrid white will be formed. So what we will be seeing over here, if we do the dihybrid cross, that is gametes, now see, capital I, capital I, capital B, capital B, capital I, capital I, capital B, small b, capital I, small I, capital B, capital B, capital I, small I, small b, capital B. Same thing is over here. Now see the thing. Suppose there are three puppies, one is white, one is black, and the last one is brown. That is totally recessive. Now white is the most dominant one, black is the next dominant nature that we are seeing, and brown is the recessive one. So how can it be proved? Now let us think. Capital I over here is the white which is dominant. So it will always be masking which one? It will always be masking the capital B gene, means it will not be allowing it to express. So already we have seen that white, capital I, capital B, so it is white. Now wherever there is a capital I gene is present, it will be giving what? White color. This one also will be white, this is also having capital I. The last one is also having a capital I gene, that is white. This one again will be white. This one also will be white. This one also will be white. And this one also will be white. Now see again over here, this one is also white. This is also white. Now see, now there is no more capital I gene is present. Both are small I. So which one is going to express? Capital B. Remember, capital B, wherever it is present, it is going to produce black color. So capital small I and capital B and capital B, this represents black color, which is the next dominant one. And since when capital I is present, it is not allowing this gene to express, so white was being reflected, or white was the dominant color. Now since both the capital I's are small, that is recessive, and the capital B gene is now in dominant nature, so we are getting black. Again over here, both the I genes are in small, and capital B is a dominant gene, and it will not be allowing the small gene to express itself, so this one will also be a black one. This one again will be a white one because capital I is present. This is also white, capital I is present. This one again, a capital B gene is present, and B gene indicates what? Black color. And brown is indicated when both the genes are dominant in all. So again it will be a black one. And when all the genes are recessive, we are getting it to be a brown color. So it's a very rare case. So you can understand that I gene is not allowing the B gene to express itself. And that's why when all I gene is present, if out of the two I genes, means two alleles, if one is dominant, then also it will be white. We have seen in a number of conditions. But when both the I alleles are in recessive one, then when only this B gene will be able to express its black color. So this is what actually epistasis or dominant epistasis means. If out of this four alleles, if one is also dominant, then also it will be showing that particular color. It will not be allowing the recessive ones to express. So from here what we have got, that white is 12, black is 1, 2 and 3, and brown is 1. When all the alleles are recessive, it will only be able to express. So from here you can understand that I gene suppresses the expression of the B gene, means the B allele, and due to that whenever it is present in a single I gene is in dominant form also, it will not be allowing the B allele to express itself or the B gene to express itself, and that's why it was coming white. Whereas when both the I alleles are in recessive form, it will only be allowing the B gene to express if it is in dominant nature. So dominant epistasis means this thing only, and this would be the ratio. That is 12:3:1. Thank you.